So we just watched Game of Thrones season 6, episode 5, and we got some questions. Yeah.
Okay.
We got some questions, David Benioff and DB Weiss. First of which, why don't you want us to know your first name?
Is this some J.R.R. Tolkien shit?
Maybe
J.K.
they're
Rowling?
both named David.
That's probably
it. I'll give you that one.
But
if
okay,
you haven't seen the episode, don't fucking watch it, or you're.
Oh yeah,
you're done.
spoiler alert. Now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've watched Game of Thrones all the way through, and not one time have I found a plot hole.
Right.
Until
what
tonight.
we think, yeah.
Until tonight.
Right.
Which we want to talk about.
Yeah. So obviously we're talking about Hodor, aka Willis.
Yeah.
Because something very interesting happened with Willis.
Yeah, there's a big climactic event.
And when because we've already done the spoiler thing. So when he dies, I'm gonna come out and say we called that shit.
Yeah.
We literally talked about the fact that
like probably 2 episodes ago when they first introduced Willis.
They said, "Hold the door," and that's how he became Hodor. But something interesting happened.
Yeah. Okay. So Bran, he's warging into the tree, right? So he's in a different dimension.
Yeah, a time space shit.
Something he's not in real. I wouldn't call that real life.
No, but and it's like although because of what happens next,
we don't know. That's the thing. So, next one. Sorry. I'm sorry. This is an R-rated show.
Fuck.
Yeah, he walks into the tree.
Yeah.
So he can walk, which is fine. But there's all these White Walker things. What would those be called?
The whites.
The whites. They're all flowing into the cave.
Right.
And Bran is still in the other world, not aware.
So he can't move.
He can't move
in the current situation, which is like one of the more like holy shit power moments that the White Walkers have ever had.
Yeah.
Where, especially the fact that Bran saw them, and then in like 2 seconds they were at the front door.
Yeah.
Like he found them real fast.
Mm-hmm.
But okay.
So they were coming in. The girl was what the hell's her name? Jojen's sister.
Right.
You have the
Mira.
phone.
Mira. I have the phone.
So you can look that up, but I think it's Mira. She's trying to wake him up, right? And he eventually hears her voice.
Right. So in the alternate dimension, he hears like an echoed version of her voice, which means like...
And he kind of catches on, right, that he needs to warg into Hodor.
But but because he can't do anything in the real world, he has to warg. He attempts. I don't even think that he knew it would work, or because he'd never tried it before.
Yeah,
but he attempts.
It was the only thing he could do
to warg into Willis, which is Hodor back in time. Hodor is sitting right here.
Yeah,
and he wargs into young Hodor.
He's scared.
Right. Well, he always is.
Yeah.
He wargs into Willis, and Willis has like an epileptic warg fit.
Okay, wait. Before we say that, he wargs into Willis, and
then that wakes Hodor up.
And it wakes Hodor up, and he's able to run, and
which means he wargs through like
different dimensions. This is what's getting confusing.
Yeah, he wargs through space and time like
like a god,
like Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Like Matthew McConaughey in Interstellar.
Yeah.
This dude is looking through bookshelves as sand is falling.
Yeah. So he does that, which is still okay in my opinion. Which is still I don't
know.
Okay.
I question that slightly because it's like if that can occur,
it's fantasy.
I know, but fantasy, just because it's fantasy doesn't mean that it doesn't have to connect perfectly together. Like continuity isn't a thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm still okay with that. What I don't get is Bran should be like in the body of Hodor, so to speak.
Right.
But while Willis, is having seizures,
right,
Bran is looking at him all sad, like, oh my god.
Right.
How is he doing that?
Which means that Bran in the real world is warging into the alternate dimension, and then Bran in the alternate dimension is warging into Willis, but which wargs into Hodor, in the alternate dimension,
shouldn't he only be able to warg into one thing at once? That's what I'm thinking.
Because then he could just warg infinitely like a god. Technically, if we're going that route, if he can warg all the fuck over the place, couldn't he warg from the tree to an alternate dimension, fucking warg into another tree, and just be in 700 places at once?
Don't start doing that.
Bro.
But there's only one tree.
There's only one tree.
There's only one tree.
But could he go back to the same tree back in time, warg into that, and just be everywhere at once?
That's a whole different conversation.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Back on the tracks
of Hodor.
So that doesn't make sense in the fact that does he no longer because the warging wasn't, maybe it was like an error in he was after Hodor dies it was supposed to cut to Bran, but it cut to Bran
before Hodor was dead.
Before Willis was still freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, so what should have happened was Bran was still in the body of Hodor. That's what should happen in my eyes. Maybe they explain it in the next episode, but I don't think they will.
Yeah.
Because I think they would personally, I think the writers wanted to show Bran sad to see what he did to Hodor, which is actually a very heartfelt moment.
It is.
Which
it got you in the moment, but then
when you think about it logically, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it was almost like they wanted the heartfelt moment, but they crammed it in so, they wanted to cram it in so bad that
how the hell did they get that past all of the writers and editors, and not one person said? Wait,
because here's this thing, is all these fucking writers and editors are as confused as we are about the fact that this dude is over here and over here warging into that dude who's warging into this dude. They're like, what the fuck? We'll just edit that
shit. Is it George R. Martin that he wrote it and then they're like, fuck, we gotta make some sense of it?
Maybe
He didn't write the episode, I don't think.
No,
I
don't think George R. R. Martin had anything to do with it. I think he's been out of it for a while. He's been out of it for a long time.
You never know, man.
You never know, but he
is an executive producer.
Yeah, but I feel like they would put his name on there anyway. They have to.
Anyways, so that's just. I don't think we really came to a conclusion on that
because there is none.
There is none, and there'll be other videos. Alt Shift X will probably make a video.
That's true.
That's a little bit more informed than this one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anything else you want to talk about season 6, episode 5, or season 6 in general?
Are
we gonna talk about the Jorah thing?
Okay. This video is about to get 2 hours long because we just argued for about 20 minutes whether Jorah's gonna get in Daenerys' pants. He thinks he will. I think he won't because first, sure, I think she loves him. That was your point. Not in that way, though. Plus, the grayscale is so, you are saying the cure will take it away.
No, I'm not saying...
In her mind, though.
Yes, that's... She
thinks it would. But, I don't think that... her saying, come back to me, and all that... Because I want to take Westeros with you by my side, or I need you by my side when I take Westeros, doesn't mean I need you in my sheets.
I feel like she's finally realizing that she's loved him all along. Not loved him all along, but she's starting to love him now because she realized that he will always be by her side.
He will be, but not in her sheets.
But
we're not gonna agree on it. Because you can't convince me because he's not, Jorah the Andal is not gonna put his dick in somebody.